Hi guys, I am so happy to have you all here because today's video, as you can see it will be a bit different because I thought that with the weather starting to get nicer and warmer in the UK too, finally, I wanna share some outdoor freshen up and cleaning and planting motivation because I am sure many of us is so eager to take advantage of this nice weather and get ready for summer. But if you aren't an outdoor person, wait before you would click away because I got you covered too with lots of inside cleaning, decluttering and organizing. So let's crack on because there is a lot to do. I don't know how much you can see, but this is the Rust-Oleum all-surface paint. It's been used quite a lot as you can see it, but last year I couldn't finish painting the door frame from outside because of the rainy weather. So now that there is some sunshine to warm up the air, I am finally able to paint the frame because you need more than 10 Celsius I think for the paint to dry properly. So after a quick clean I started to paint it. To be honest, I was a bit afraid how it will turn out painting everything black, but I don't regret it at all. It looks way better than the previous dark green and white. Well, at least for us it does.
We are in trouble, but we don't really care.
So now that the first coat is on, it's time to move for the next project that I started last year and I never was able to finish painting these lanterns. They used to look better, not this rusty, but just after I started to repaint the lanterns, the weather turned really nasty, and because we don't really have a shed or something where I could paint even if it's raining, and I didn't want to do it inside because of the smell, then because I don't really have a safe spot where the kids or our cat couldn't get close to them, this project was just shifting and shifting behind until this point where everything looks and is worse than before. The only thing why I still wanna save them is because I feel guilty for letting the lanterns turn so rusty when I was kind of forcing my husband to buy them for me. So we went to a car boot sale and I did see these lanterns and they were £15 the two of them, which I think is really a bargain comparing to their size, and my husband wasn't as drawn to them because they already had a few rust spots, so he said it's better to buy a new one. Then I said to him, okay, let's just ask then if they would sell it for £10 for us because believe me, a new one is quite expensive. So he asked the man who refused the £10 straight away, telling my husband that, mate, do you know how expensive are these? Then my husband got speechless and bought them for me. Then the other thing is that I really like them and they are what I am looking for, so I hope by repainting them I will save them for a longer time. Now, this was filmed early March, but even if you start planting now, you will be fine. Well, not planting seeds, but plants, because even though this year I was quite on top of the game of seed planting, they didn't grow out outside in the greenhouse. So after I planted the seeds, we traveled back to our country for a few weeks, and I was worried that by the time we get back, they will grow so big that they won't have enough nutrition. But let me tell you, there wasn't a single seed but it sprouts, so I had to bring them back inside and a week later they all grew out. So hence the on top of my game. I am just taking you outside to put the seeds in the greenhouse, and here we started to build a surprise playhouse for the kids. We told them that we are building a shed, so they have no idea yet.
Tell ourselves there's always tomorrow, but it will still be there. No, they don't pick us up, instead they knock us down, and that's the way it goes until we're in the ground. I don't wanna do this anymore.
Now that the entry door is nice and fresh, it's time to get the porch area nice and clean as well.
No, I just wanna say hello and do whatever I like. It doesn't matter if they say so, 'cause I can put up a fight. Let's make a hit and run, do it for fun. They can't hold on forever, so just say hello. Yeah, we'll be going all night. 9 to 5, we're all on the hustle. We wanna get away. Another day of beg, steal and borrow, and that is safe to say.
Because my garage key doesn't work, I couldn't get our pressure washer out, but I can still use some dish soap to scrub some of the dirt off. It won't be perfect, but it will be still cleaner than if I would just skip it because I couldn't get the pressure washer.
No, they don't pick us up, instead they knock us down, and that's the way it goes until we're in the ground. I don't wanna do this anymore. Hey. No, I just wanna say hell no, and do whatever I like. It doesn't matter if they say so, 'cause I can put up a fight. Let's make it hit and run, do it for fun. They can't hold on forever, so just say hell no.
So I got this big planter, but not for here, but because I needed a planter for the tree what I bought and I couldn't get the planter what I wanted for the tree, I thought I will buy this one what I wanna use later on for another spot and use it temporarily here, but it was way too big, so I had to go back where I started.
Yeah, we'll be going all night. No, they don't pick us up, instead they knock us down, and that's the way it goes.
I also got a few new plants and I just wanted to try the lantern how it will look, and in a minute you will see the end result.
Until we're in the ground. No, they don't pick us up, instead they knock us down, and that's the way it goes until we're in the ground. No, they don't pick us up, instead they knock us down, and that's the way it goes until we're in the ground. I don't wanna do this.
It's not that wow, but I absolutely like that how simple it looks, and once we will build the porch area I will be able to decorate it better, because then the decors won't get ruined because of the rain. Now let's clean the stairs, because with this lots of rain what we had it was getting dirty really fast, but I hope that now that I have the doormat that would help a bit. But I think what would be the best to reduce the cleaning is if we would take our shoes off before we would enter in the house. I have seen it that many of our neighbors are having their shoe cabinets outside next to the entry door, which is quite a great idea. My only concern is that I'm afraid that the spiders or snails or any other bugs would get inside our shoes.
No, I just wanna say hell no, and do whatever I like. Do whatever I like. It doesn't matter if they say so, 'cause I can put up a fight. Let's make it hit and run, do it for fun. They can't hold on forever.
Our cat flap needed a clean from inside as well. I wish it could wipe our cat's paws, saving me from lots of cleaning, because usually when she is wet and muddy she runs up on the stairs, hops straight up on the sofa and goes straight to get on the windowsill so she can clean herself. And I don't even know how many times a day she is doing this, but we still love her.
So just say hell no. Yeah, we'll be going all night.
It was definitely time to change our Christmas pictures. Last year we had a free photo shoot offer. The only thing what they forgot to mention us is that you have to buy the pictures for a price, what I am sure did contain the price of the shooting, and the quality isn't the best, but anyway, at least we had a good day, and now I can use up some of the photos, and because we didn't have enough, I just quickly printed out a picture about our cat when she was little. This is the next day and we still stay and clean in the hallway because it really needs some attention, and I also had a bit of organizing to get done. We have a couple of projects to get done, mainly painting for now, so my husband did bring in some paint and repairing stuff, and then we also was preparing for our holiday back home. As I mentioned, we bought a caravan to stay in temporarily, and the previous owner forgot to drain the water pipes and they froze and exploded. Unfortunately, we couldn't find caravan pipes in our country, so we had to buy it here and we will take it home with us.
It's easy to speak out about the way I live, but it's a 24-karat dream.
Here I am just reorganizing some of the things so I can have some space for the extra toilet rolls. I really wish to have enough storage space in the bathroom to store them there, but at the moment that's not possible. But I hope that we will be able to build a built-in storage what we planned once we get to redo our bathroom, and then I will be able to move the extra toilet rolls in the bathroom.
No supermodel in my dirty jeans, but in my 24 inches heels. I'm not pretending, I'm born like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They're calling me a mad woman, mad woman.
I got this organizer from B&M and I wanted to take advantage of the huge cabinet door. I wanted to have a designated spot for our shoe care stuffs and lint remover because at the moment our shoe care stuffs are in my shoe cabinet, so there is less space for my shoes, and the lint remover is in the junk drawer in the kitchen, so by creating a new designated spot for them somewhere where it's easy to grab them and they come more handy, because usually you need them when you get ready to get out of the house and you realize that, oh, I forgot to clean my shoes, or oh no, our cat did slept on my coat again. I am sure many of you can relate, so by having them next to the stuff spot they are used for, it makes things easier, and also I will have a bit more space in those areas from where I did remove them.
Mad woman calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman.
If you are wondering why I did leave the top of the shoe cabinet halfway done, is because I needed to create a space for my husband's tools, because when his work clothes needs a wash he empties them out, but he isn't putting all of them back, so they are lying around, although he has a designated box for them, but it's been taken over by his papers. So because I am anyway in the journey to organize his paperwork for his tax return, and by law you have to keep them, I decided that this is the right time to get that done too. But before I would do that, I wanted to get through the donation pile and finally get them to the donation center so I can easily access the closet where his tools will go after decluttering his box. There is lots of receipts because I was keep procrastinating to get over them because it's so boring to go through them looking for dates, but unfortunately this is not a negotiable thing because by law I think we have to keep them for 5 years, but I'm not quite sure if it's 7 or 5 because I have seen both numbers and we always forget to ask our accountant. But anyway, now I am determined to get it done and find an organizing system for the future to not to happen this again, because it's way less overwhelming to organize them daily little by little than going through years of papers to organize them. The thing is that I don't just want to organize them by year because of the tax and the law, but then once we reach the year required to keep them, I can get rid of them, which means less clutter to store.
It's trouble in your mind how I spend my time, but it's a 24-hour streak. Wasting all your thoughts just to criticize, but there are plenty more ways to think. I'm not pretending, I'm born like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They're calling me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman, calling.
It did took me quite a long time to get the box done. I even needed to take a break because I was going insane, but this is the next day and I am so happy and relieved that I got the papers organized and now I can finish cleaning the hallway.
Me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman.
I had a couple of things waiting to be taken up in the loft, so now I will collect all of them and take them up with the organized papers.
stranger. Tell me how you're feeling. You know I don't have.
I really have to find a space where we can store the tools needed for our projects to get done, because having them out in the hallway makes the hallway look really busy. I know that the best solution would be if we would put them back in the garage straight after finishing with them, but that's quite time consuming because our garage isn't connected to the house, not even to the garden, so you have to go out to the street for every little thing, and you also have to lock and unlock the garage anytime you need something if you don't want to have an emptied out garage. This is why we are having them collected inside in the box until we finish using them for sure.
To live inside your frames, boy. It's such a funny way to tell me what you search in life. Well, I'm a mad woman, sorry I don't compromise.
Now that the hallway is clean and organized, let's catch up with the everyday cleaning and tidying up. So now we will clean the kitchen and get all the bits and pieces done. Then we will continue organizing, because there is as well a big paper pile for my husband, but I mentioned many times that is driving me crazy. And I really want to get all his paperwork organized so we can easily maintain them in the future.
Mad woman, mad woman.
I started the kitchen cleaning with a bit of restock to clear the floor, because a clear pathway is really important when you are cleaning, so you can easily move around and access your cupboards. Otherwise you will get too overwhelmed by the fact that you keep bumping into things, which will make you annoyed and lower your motivation. I also hoard up the mess what I made with the washing powder, so I don't have to walk on it, which is again really annoying. And also I just didn't want to spread it in the house, because that means more cleaning.
Keep calling me a mad woman. Boy, you tell me your business if I'm a mad woman.
I really love this tray decor because it elevates the decor from the table, but at the same time it's quite an attraction for all the little bits and bobs, but at least it keeps them together. The kitchen wasn't too bad, so I didn't need to start with clearing the worktop and collect the dirty dishes, so I was able to start straight away with loading the dishwasher and do the rest of the dishes. My big bottle is nearly finished, for what I am so happy. I don't know if you guys remember or seen that video in which I mentioned that how much I did regret it to buy this big bottle. There is nothing wrong with the product, the only thing it doesn't have a scent, and I am craving so much for a scented washing liquid. I know it sounds crazy, but I love when something is nice scented, and although I like to have a clean sink and I like to see how all the dirt gets washed away, I still find the dishwashing a tedious chore, so this is why a nice scented dishwashing liquid would make the things a bit more fun. The dishes are done, so it's time to get back in line in my cleaning routine and clean the worktop, because as I said, I did skip that part. Just because I have a cleaning routine, it doesn't mean that I will strictly follow it, because that in cases like today wouldn't let me to get my cleaning done faster. So even if you have a cleaning routine, just think through that if you change up things in the line, would it make any difference, or would it make the cleaning go faster? Because the routines are only a guide for you to know what you have to get done, or if you lose yourself in the middle, you know where to get back to your cleaning. But it doesn't mean that you have to strictly do everything in the same order every time. For first, the cooker didn't look too bad, but as I started to wipe it, I just kept seeing more and more spots, so I decided to give it a good scrub then. Now comes the catch-all area side, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but it's less and less cluttered because I keep analyzing what is ending up in there, and I try to designate a space for those items, or if they did have a designated space, I just try to figure out why they don't get back to their place, and if needed, I will move them to a more convenient space or reorganize them. Yesterday I couldn't finish the kitchen because I couldn't find the organizer what I bought for the screws, and I had to order new ones. So because we are doing quite a lot of renovating projects, there are lots of screws and other little bits what we need time to time. So I bought some organizer boxes to finally give them a home so I can put them in our utility cupboard where they aren't as visible like in this teacup, and also I can remove the cup to make the microwave less cluttered. It looks so much neat now. So we will make a detour again because to declutter and organize the paper pile on the catch-all area side, I first need to create the new designated spot, and the new space will be in the space of the old papers, what needs to be organized as well, and since they are old, I will take them up in the loft with the rest what I organized previously. So then I will have enough space to store the new ones here, and I wouldn't need to keep them out on the worktop because they will be easily reachable here as well. I did shorten the decluttering because it took a long time to get over all the papers and statements, but with the decluttering I was able to free up many organizers and enough space in the cupboard. So now I will declutter and organize this year's papers as well, and my plan is that once this tax year will be over, I will take all the papers, put them in the zip folder as I did with the rest. So again, I will be able to free up the organizers and use it for the next year, if that makes sense. There were papers and folders what I didn't know if my husband needs it or what is his plan with them. So as for now, I left them there, but in a minute you will see that they are gone because my husband just arrived home, so I was able to quickly ask him about his plans and get ticked off this organizing task from my list, which is such a huge relief. The only papers what have been left here are those which are important and need sorting. I think I will buy a magnetic shelf for the fridge and stick the important letters in it, and hopefully that will help to get things done in time and also to maintain these letters as well. I hope this video gave you motivation in many parts of the everyday life, and if you would like to see more videos like this, as a feedback, give this video a thumbs up or even leave a comment for me. Thank you so much for all of you who is returning every time. I really appreciate all of you guys, and those who are new here and like this video, don't forget to subscribe so you will get notified when my next video goes live, so maybe I can give you more motivation or inspiration to get your dream clean and clutter-free home. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I see you in my next one. Bye.